What is your moment of joy? Welcome back to the channel Moments of Joy. Today I'm coming to you with my joy jar. You know, a couple of months ago we started these jars. I showed you guys on my Facebook group, how to make your jars and then how to place moments of joy in your jar throughout the year. Well, guess what? It's the end of the year. And I got papers. Okay, I will admit that I don't have as many as I should have. But I'm glad that I did make my jar and that I did put some things in there so that I can not only share it with you, but remind myself of the moments of joy that I had in 2019. So tomorrow, I'll be cleaning out my jar. And I think I'm going to put these like in an envelope and put like 2019 on them so that I can have those to remember. And I'm going to use the same jar. I'm going to take this 1 and this 9 off and put a 2 and a 0. Now, if you want to get all fancy and do an extra jar, that's all well and good. But I just wanted to go through and share with you all the moments of joy that I was able to record for 2019. So, I'll let you see my pile. There's my little pile. Yes, I should have more. No, I don't. I'm a busy person sometimes. But 2020, I'm going to do better. And I'm going to have a lot of moments of joy. So let's see what I got. Let's see. I did something I always wanted to do. I moved to a new state. That talks about when I moved to the state of Virginia. And that was at the end of July of this year. I had a great Thanksgiving with my family. Really enjoyed Thanksgiving. Going to sign papers for my new job. I was offered the position here in Virginia in January, and my husband and I came up here probably sometime in March to actually meet with someone and to sign all the paperwork. And I was nervous yet excited. Still excited. Finally, the last week of the first semester. This was last year. After the last week before exams, the first semester was over, and I was excited. It had been a long and hard semester. Spending the day at church with my husband. This was in February. We went to church. We had a good time, and it just gave me joy to be able to do that, so I wrote it down. My 1-year anniversary coming up, and that was actually yesterday. Yesterday was my 1-year anniversary. As some of you know, I have been married before. Went through a very difficult divorce, but I was blessed with a wonderful man, and we celebrated our first anniversary yesterday. Spending the day with my husband, 3/17/19. I couldn't tell you where we went or what we did, but apparently I had a really good time. I always enjoy when we take the day and just spend the day together. Love it. On this day, I wrote, my husband is my best friend. So sometimes our moments of joy don't have to be an event or that we went somewhere or did something. It could be a thought. And that day I thought my husband's my best friend, and it was a moment of joy for me. Going to look at houses with the realtor. Before we moved here, we were really looking for a house. But as times got shorter and shorter, we just realized it would be easier to rent at first, and then until we're ready and prepared to purchase a home. But I did enjoy looking. Took my daughter to a scholarship interview. I remember this. This was the day that we went to Chowan, and she interviewed for additional scholarship money for college. And she did get an extra $1,000 for the year. You know, every penny counts and every penny helps. I woke up to a wonderful husband. And this was on 1/1/19. We got married at the end of December. So this was just a couple of days, 3 days after we got married. That's what I wrote. That was my moment of joy that day. I woke up to a wonderful husband. And sometimes you really have to remind yourself, because it's so easy to focus on all the negative things going on in your life when stuff happens. But there's always a moment of joy in there somewhere. Just something that simple. It's a moment of joy. My son is a senior in college. Well, he might be a senior again, but he's a senior in college. And the last one I have, enjoyed a nice dinner with my husband. And that was in February. So I didn't fill up my jar all the way like I wanted to. But you know what? Like I said before, when creating goals, you make a goal, you might not accomplish it all the way. Start over again. So this is my starting my goal over again. Starting tomorrow, I will start putting things in my moments of joy into my jar. And my goal is to fill that jar up this year and to be more conscious of and think about the moments of joy that happen in my life, even the smallest things. One of the things I can think of right now that happened to me before school got out was one of my students I've been working with. You know, he learned some extra letters. That was a moment of joy for me because I was so excited for him and he was so excited. So always remember, your moments of joy don't have to be a place you went or an event you did. It could be a thought, just a moment in time. You got home and you were grateful that you could sit on your couch and just rest for 30 minutes. That is a moment of joy. We have to seize every single moment that we can get. Every single one. If you haven't made a jar, make you a jar. I got this jar like at Walmart, and I had some construction paper. I bought a couple of letters, stuck it together. It has a top, so I can stick them in there. I pre-cut some paper, but I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I just want to, whatever paper I find, if I grab a sheet of paper or tear a piece off of something to write my moments of joy, I want it to be real time and in that moment. Some of them I did put dates on, so that's how I could tell you the date for some of those. I may try to do that again because then I'll be like, oh, that was in February, that was in March, that was in August. I remember when that happened. And it helps you reminisce about all the good times that you've had. So even if you're in a not so great situation, this will help you remember all the great things that happened to you throughout the year. I have enjoyed this time with you. If you have any questions, you can always email me at imtsherelle@gmail.com. You can visit my Facebook page, Moments of Joy, and join. You can find me on, I'm going to tell you in a minute, I just completely forgot, Twitter. That's what it is. You can find me on Twitter as TEE Sherelle. I pray you guys have an awesome end to your year, and I am looking forward to hearing about all these joy jars that you all are going to do. Thanks, and keep on having those great moments of joy.